Hey everybody, Jacob Letman here. Before we get started with today's video, if you're like me, if you've been hanging out at home, cooped up, watching a lot of Netflix, and you need to make some extra money, that's what I needed to do. I started looking around. I found this great thing called Survey Junkie. They pay you to fill out surveys, and I know a lot of those turn into scams. They don't work out, but Survey Junkie has been around for 10 years now. I use it personally. You can cash out your earnings from your surveys in the form of gift cards for like Amazon or Starbucks, even though a lot of people probably aren't going to Starbucks right now. Or you can cash out directly to your PayPal account in the form of cash and pay for things like your rent or food so you can keep binge watching Netflix and have snacks on hand. Anyway, if you guys are interested, check out the link in the video description below for Survey Junkie. All right, let's get started with the video. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Rideshare Hub. Jacob Letman here. Congratulations, rideshare drivers, gig economy workers, self-employed personnel. You are now officially able to apply for pandemic unemployment assistance in your state. That's awesome. I'm happy for you. I'm also a little bit jealous. It seems like I'm probably weeks away from that here in Arizona, but heck yeah, you guys. All right, so that being said, we got some important details to discuss. I know we're gonna have a lot of people like, oh yeah, now I get to apply, but what does that actually mean? So let's talk about it. And what does that actually mean as far as what you're gonna get paid and when you're gonna get paid? Let's dive right into it. So the way that Cali is implementing this process, they're implementing the payments in 3 phases. So first of all, let me just say, if you take nothing else from this video, take this from it. It is extremely important that when you fill out your application, you take your time and you present whatever information you can to verify how much income you made as a self-employed person, driving for rideshare, working any gig economy apps, anything you can that you made as income. You need to make sure that you have whatever information you can provide. I still don't know, even the website still doesn't say what they're asking for as far as income verification, but whatever you can do, make sure you do it so they have all of that information and you can receive the most amount of money possible through pandemic unemployment assistance. Because if you don't, you will just end up with the generic base amount, which is $167 a week, which is still something, but I'd much rather see everybody get the most that they can possibly qualify for. So that aside, let's talk about how this is going to work. Basically, on your application, they are going to ask when you stopped making as much money, lost income, either partially or completely due to the sickness pandemic that's going on throughout the nation. So you'll put that information in there. Now, phase 1 will be backdating those weekly pandemic unemployment assistance payments back to February 2nd through March 28th. And for those weeks, you will receive $167 per week. Now, again, I'm going to use the $167 a week just as a base, but again, if you provide information and verify that you made a lot more income and you can qualify for more income, then you will have your benefits retroactively backdated. So let's say you qualify to make $250 a week instead of $167. You'll be making that per week. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Anyway, at any rate, we're going to use $167. So February 2nd through March 28th, you could qualify for $167 a week. It is important that you put down when you actually stopped making as much income and don't just generically use February 2nd. I know it's enticing because you want to get more money, right? But my guess is that they will be able to verify that through either bank statements or whatever it may be. So anyway, you're going to put down when you stop making as much money, and for those 1st phases, you'll make $167 a week or whatever you qualify for. Okay, second phase is going to be March 29th through July 25th. That will be $167 a week plus an additional $600 a week from the federal government. Awesome. Now, the question that's yet to remain, because that's obviously more helpful, right? We'd rather get $767 a week than we would $167 a week. But as it is, we're at the end of April, and we're only, essentially 4 weeks into the $600 plus $167 a week part of it. And the economies are potentially starting to reopen. Where does that leave us with actually making a good amount of money? Because to actually get $767 a week driving, that would take a lot of hours, right? So, and we've lost out on thousands of dollars. So, anyway, that's a different topic for a different day. We'll cover that in other videos. But I just want you guys to be aware of how these phases are paid out. So, provided that you are still unemployed due to the pandemic, the sickness that's going on, you will continue to receive those. Now, the final phase will be July 26th through December 26th, back to the $167 a week, up to 39 weeks. So between February 2nd and the end of the year, you could qualify for 39 weeks of pandemic unemployment assistance in there, with the biggest chunk coming from between March 29th and July 25th with the additional $600 a week. So the question is, there's a lot of questions, actually, and I'm going to need you guys in California to help me out with this in the comment section below as you fill out your applications. Here are the questions. How do they verify when you stopped making as much income driving? How do they verify how much income you make as a rideshare driver or self-employed person? And how much are you qualifying for each in the weekly payouts? And how long is it taking you to get qualified and to start receiving benefits? Those are all questions that I really hope my Californians out there answer in the comment section below, because what happens there could set an example for other places, or at least it gives us more information to draw on for other states moving forward. Okay, at any rate, those are the logistics. Oh, and then also, is there any way that they're going to verify when you go back to work? So if you start making money again, right? And it kind of behooves us not to go back to work to get those benefits, especially until the end of July through July 25th, right? So we can get that $767 a week or more. Anyway, so a lot of questions surrounding this, but I wanted to give you guys a breakdown so that you knew kind of how these payments will work in these 3 phases in California. And at any rate, most important thing is that you guys are now able to apply. And that's a step in the right direction to help you guys get some money in your pockets. Some dead presidents, some cheddar, some greenbacks. You know what I'm saying? Making it rain out there in Cali. That's what I like to see. All right, I'm Jacob Letman. This is the Rideshare Hub. Till the next time, you guys, stay safe out there.